I didn't peek. I didn't look. Hey guys, welcome back to Toasted. I'm your host Gabe, and today we're doing another mystery box challenge. I'm actually on my way to the grocery store right now to go meet my coworker at my current job, and he is going to be our mystery shopper. So I'm excited. I can't wait to see what he's going to pick out for me. The last one was very difficult, and I think I can do it again this time. So let's get started. So I got my mystery shopper Alex with me, and so he's going to pick out my ingredients for me while I kind of do my own little shopping. He saw my last video. He was very intrigued, and he said, "Gabe, I want to do one of these." I said, "Okay, I'll let you know." And so he's going to be this week's mystery basket shopper. He's very excited. Yes, he's very excited.
It's going to be awesome.
Yeah. He's been hyping me up all week. He said he was intrigued by the last one, that I was able to make something out of nothing. And so enough chit chat. Let's go inside, and I'm gonna have him walk around while I don't look. So
let's do this.
Let's do it.
All right, everyone. So I am in our local Kroger right now, doing a little shopping for Gabe. And so far, I have picked up his fruit, which is cherries. And then I got him a floret of broccoli. So we'll see what he can do with that. Currently, I am looking for his random stuff and still thinking of his protein. All right, everyone. So I'm still cruising around Kroger. I actually just saw Gabe pass by, so I had to turn around real quick. And that way he doesn't see what's in my cart. But I did end up getting his meat, which is going to be beef jerky. And then for his random, circus peanuts. All right, folks, I think I just finished my final item. It was a carb or starch for Gabe, and I picked up some thick and fluffy waffles. So let's see what he can make out of cherries, broccoli, circus peanuts, waffles, and beef jerky. I think it's gonna be fun. Let's see what he can do.
All right, so he just got back from grocery shopping, and I have no idea what is in this bag. I didn't look because I don't want to, because it's more fun when you don't look. So let's head back to the house, and let's see what he picked out for me, because I'm not as nervous as the last one, but I'm still excited. I'm still very excited to see what he picked out for me. So let's head back to the house. All right, guys, so we are back at the house, and we have our box. I didn't peek, I didn't look. Once again, we're gonna find out what our protein, our fruit, our vegetable, our carb, and our mystery ingredient is. Interesting. So it looks like we have cherries as our fruit. We have some broccoli. We have some beef jerky. We have citrus peanuts, which is, I'm assuming, our mystery ingredient. And then we have Eggo waffles. Wow, this one should be interesting. But actually, you know what? I think I already know what I'm gonna do. So without further ado, let's get started. So I figured out what I'm gonna do. I'm going to make a salad. Yes, a salad out of all of these ingredients. So we're going to turn the Eggo waffles into croutons. We're gonna use the beef jerky as bacon bits. We're gonna use the broccoli, and we're gonna blanch it, and we're gonna just use this as our lettuce. And then we're gonna take our citrus peanuts and our cherries to make our dressing for the salad. And like I said, all I'm using is oil, salt, and black pepper. Consistency is key. So, for my croutons, I'm going to toss them in olive oil, salt and pepper, keep them up, and then throw them in my oven until they get nice and crispy. So if you've ever heard of a Waldorf salad, it's using fruit and vegetables to kind of make a salad. Now normally in a Waldorf salad, you use mayonnaise, but instead we're just gonna make a cherry fruit sauce, kind of, with the citrus peanuts and the cherries. So let's make our croutons. So I'm just gonna take these, Cut them into like 1-inch cubes. Okay, just a little bit of olive oil, a little bit of salt. Now, if I had more ingredients, I would also add a little bit of garlic powder to this, a little bit of pepper. Give that a good toss. Drizzle just a little bit more olive oil because these waffles really soaked up that olive oil. Okay, we're going to throw these in our oven. And we only need to do it for about 5 minutes, maybe 6, just enough for them to get crispy. It's kind of a time management kind of thing. Now we're going to go with our next hardest part, and we're going to make our sauce. All I'm going to do is just take the stems off these cherries. And I probably want to make this more cherry than I do citrus peanuts, because like the fruit snacks in the previous mystery box, it will gelatinize very quickly and get very stiff. And I want this to be more of a dressing than I do a thick sauce. Alright, so I've de-pitted all of our cherries, which, by the way, makes your hands purple and makes it look like you cut yourself. So wear some gloves next time. But so I got these done. Our croutons just finished, so let's check on our croutons. Nice and toasty. Next, let's do our citrus peanuts. So I've never had citrus peanuts. I know that they're kind of a marshmallowy kind of. They almost taste like chewable bubblicious. Interesting. But I think with the sweetness of the cherries and adding a little bit of salt and a little bit of pepper to them, and we're gonna add a little bit of water just to help thin it out, because otherwise it'll just be one big jello ball. I think we'll make it work. I think we'll do it. But this will definitely add some sweetness to the tartness of the cherries. We can do this. So all I'm gonna do is just chop these up, and I'm just gonna use probably 4 or 5 just to give it the flavor and help with thickening of it. And I don't want to put a whole lot because that's a lot of sugar, because these are just all sugar. So we got a few of those in there. We're gonna add a little bit of water to our pot, turn our heat on, and as we go, we're gonna kind of mash the cherries a little bit. Let's try our croutons real quick. They're nice, and they definitely got a nice crisp outside to them. Did you hear that? Those are good. With a little bit of salt and a little bit of sweetness. Yeah. We're gonna add just a little bit of our salt to our sauce. Now the beef jerky is kind of already kind of crumbly a little bit, but I want to chop this up a little bit more, because then we're gonna toast it and kind of give it nice, hot, crispy texture. But right now it's kind of chewy, kind of hard to eat. So we're gonna cut this up a little bit, break it up, and then we're gonna toast it in our pan. We're gonna kind of almost make bacon bits with this. Set that off to the side. So our sauce is almost done. I actually threw it in a blender to help kind of blend it up a little bit. I actually threw it in my NutriBullet because the cherries weren't melting very well as a whole, and so I just threw them in there, and now it's nice and thinned out, and it's almost reduced to where we want it. And so we're going to cut our heat so that it doesn't need to cook anymore. So we have our croutons, we have our sauce. We're gonna add just a little bit more salt, a little bit of pepper, and we're gonna add a little bit of oil to it. We got our beef jerky ready to go. Now, let's cook our broccoli. All right, so for our broccoli, all we're gonna do is blanch and shock our broccoli, which means that we have boiling water. We're gonna put our broccoli in our boiling water, then we're gonna fish them out, and we're gonna put them in this ice bath. Just long enough to get that bright green color. You want to salt your water, but I like to put a little bit in after. So you only want to put this in for about a minute. Okay, so we got our broccoli, we got our croutons, we have our sauce, and we just need our bits in there long enough to get hot. All right, so our beef jerky is hot. I want to throw our broccoli in there. Just a smidge of salt, not a lot, because the beef jerky is salty enough. Little bit of pepper, because there's definitely a lot more pepper in there than in the beef jerky, and then just a little bit of olive oil. Just about 30 seconds. We're actually going to cut our heat. All right, so we have our broccoli and our beef jerky. We have our croutons, and we have our sauce. Let's put a salad together. Put our broccoli kind of in the center. A lot of broccoli on here. Now we're gonna take a couple of our croutons. Actually, we're gonna take a little bit of our sauce. Kind of just carefully drizzle it over. Okay, like so. Then we're gonna take a couple of our croutons. And we're just gonna kind of, just like that. So there you have kind of a play on a Waldorf salad. It actually looks pretty delicious. It definitely it definitely looks better than the last one. This one looks like something that you may actually find at a decent restaurant. Maybe not these exact ingredients, but something along this line. Definitely as like a starter, not a main course. Definitely as a salad. But enough talking. Let's give this a try. So I want a little piece of broccoli, and then I want a crouton, and then let's find a little piece of the beef jerky. Cheers. So much better than the last one. Wow, that's actually really good. There's definitely a lot of sweetness, but the pepper and the salt and the beef jerky, the saltiness of the beef jerky definitely cuts everything, because the cherries is a lot. Very sweet, very tart, especially with the citrus peanuts. There's a lot of sugar in those citrus peanuts. So having something salty like the croutons and the beef jerky definitely helps a lot. This is actually very tasty. And I'm not gonna lie, the most favorite thing on this dish of mine right now is the waffle croutons. Something about sweet and savory just goes well together, and especially with these, this is a winner. And they're nice and crispy too. Yeah, there's a lot of textures in here, and so it balances everything out. The cherry dressing is actually pretty good. Now, in reality, I would have added some vinegar to it, some like apple cider vinegar or some red wine vinegar even, just to give it some acid, but rules are rules, and so I was able to work with what I had. And I must say, I did pretty well for what I had. One of these days it's gonna bite me in the butt, but unfortunately for today, it did not bite me in the butt. So, next time. I love broccoli. Not a big fan of cherries, but for this dish, it actually works pretty well. Overall, not bad for turning something out of nothing. All right, guys, there you have it. Another mystery box victory for this guy. If you wanna see what else I can do, and if you like this video, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, hit that notification button so that you get future episodes of this. And on that note, peace out, guys.